One more time. Give me my phone.
Haha. Can you hear me now? I've been trying to get people to talk to each other and failing because apparently you couldn't even hear me. All right. But yeah, I've got the multi-chat stuff going. Oh, I'm sorry, little lady. There you go. Ben and Holly's castle. Good to go. No, I've been trying to get people on Twitch to talk to people on YouTube through this multi-chat thing, and it hasn't been working because you couldn't hear me. I wonder if there's a way to get the screen to not fade out so fast, or the chat to not fade out so fast. So, Twitch person, I want you to try talking to, correct me if I'm, well, I don't know how you correct me. I'm assuming Kahel? Kahel? Is that close to right? Or is it a longer A? Is it Ka, K, Ka? Alright, let me see. See if I can figure out how to get this stream widget to show advanced settings. Fade duration. I am going to set this to 90 seconds. Actually, let's do 120 second. Wait, that's 2 minutes. I'm just gonna set it to 0. No, I do want him to fade out eventually, so let's do like 240 seconds. It's a 4-minute window where people can see the chat going. Did that change anything? Still got the one viewer on Twitch. Need to make sure that things are working on Twitch. I know the YouTube chat is showing up. Twitch chat should also show up. And now the fade shouldn't be so dramatic, like it was only staying up for a minute. Oh gosh. So I hope everyone's day is going well today. My Tuesday's off to a better start than my Monday. Yesterday was like the Mondayest Monday that ever Mondayed. It was bad. Like at one point yesterday, I looked at my wife. I was like, I wonder what's next. It was just everything going wrong. Then the power went out at the tattoo studio. My son got stung by a bunch of hornets. My daughter got stung by a hornet. It was a never-ending chain of chaos yesterday. It was the Mondayest Monday that ever was. So, multi-chat's up and running. I can monitor all of the chats, I think, at one time. And yeah, I can monitor all of the chats. I can draw I am streaming from home today, so things are a little different. But should be fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. That was kind of forward. Should never be on the hamstring side. That leg is really very front to front. Now I'm getting paranoid. Now I'm getting paranoid. Things are not working. No, they're working. It's just people are being quiet. Hey, more people on the YouTubes. Hello, new YouTube viewer. I am just warming up, doing some gestures, and talking. About my not great day yesterday. And I think I have multi-chat set up correctly. So if you want to chat with people that also happen to be on Twitch, you will be able to view the chat inside of the video stream. Now I'm lost. I have no idea where all my stuff went. There we go. Okay. OBS and gesture drawing. Fancy Procreate keyboard, so we'll use it, right? Let's use the Procreate keyboard. Oh, hello. This is Jinx, the cat. Goodbye, Jinx the cat. So, things to think about. So, gravity. gravity should fall somewhere between the feet of, or the base of the feet. Some OCs. Oh, these are just photos from, who's this one by? Graphit? Or Graffiti or whatever. So, really, really cool resources for artists. Right now, I'm just doing some gestures and warming up, and yeah, I don't really have too much of a plan for today. Today is more about just decompressing, doodling. So we get like a leading line on the chest, comes up over the shoulder. And honestly, this is like a really subtle C torso, I guess. Thinking about the hip box here. From the hip, we get. It's gonna be up here because this leg has a front to front. Goes into the heel. But the center of gravity for a woman is like right above her hips in the belly. So if you drop the center of gravity from there, it should be in front of the back foot, but behind the front foot. But this is the weight bearing leg. I'm going to sort of do some line drilling. So looking at the screen, looking at the reference more than iPad. So this comes down to the ankle. Sort of hooks over, goes to the top of the foot. Get another apex. Alright, so that's like the gestural mark for the leg. Upper back over into the delta. Get the back of the arm. Tibia. Goes into her hand. Different. And I'm gonna imagine the sternocleidomastoid coming up, probably hitting her ear right about here. What is up, heroic antagonists? I'm not sure which place I know you from. I'm so sorry. So, sternocleidomastoid coming from. What is up, Chris? Thank you for joining in. Fire emoji icon person. Oh, hey man, what is up? I got you now. So I like, this is not part of the force method. This is actually something I picked up from Lori. So you can sort of map out the major features of the face with this shorthand, just an upside down triangle that goes from corner of the eye to corner of the eye to tip of the nose. And it's just a really good way to create a direction for the head very quickly. That you can come back and figure out later. Her head is way too big here. It actually goes behind her shoulder, but I am not going to try to fix it right now because I really don't. This is a warm-up and I'm not too worried about it. I am doing well today. Yesterday was not so great. Like, my wife had a very rough day and we were doing damage control basically all day long. Yeah, it was like the worst Monday ever. Yeah. Well, she's in nursing school right now and quickly approaching the end of nursing school. She's bridging to RN right now, so it's a really intense program. But she, this is interesting. This like basically just comes from the outside all the way down. It's really interesting. But where she's bridging and getting ready to enter her practicum, they want her to work at the VA hospital, which is fine. But working at the VA means you have to get fingerprints done. And getting fingerprints done at the VA requires you to have a real ID. So one of those special forms of identification. To here. I don't care if I overdraw the gesture a little bit. But she was not she was not properly informed that would have to happen with the real ID until she went to get her fingerprints done. It's like continues that way, obviously. Like, that makes way too short, but out of page space. But she wasn't informed that she would need that form of identification to there for her fingerprints. And her practicum is in 5 weeks. She doesn't have one of the real IDs. She has a standard Kentucky driver's license, which was not accepted. So we are having to rush and get through everything somehow, some way. But her struggles yesterday are turning into my struggles today, because I need to go get her birth certificate and our marriage license today, in order to set her up for her real ID. We'll have to take care of all of that. With expedited everything this week. Oh, it's actually not that difficult in Kentucky, which is odd. Like, everything is difficult in Kentucky. Her birth certificate, like, we can just order it. And we did. We ordered it. We have to pick it up from the Office of Vital Statistics today. It's like an hour and a half drive for me one way. So, at least 3.5 to 4 hours of my day have been commandeered by the need to replace paperwork. That's okay. It's okay. So I do gotta say, I really like the fact that I have all of my consolidated chat stuff going. Yeah, like that's very awesome that the consolidated chat is actually working. I was kind of nervous about that. Let's see. Back to... So I quit doing timed gestures because one, I'm not consistent enough with my gesture practice to stick within a time frame, really. Why is it, well, why is it swamped with tourists? Because of the witch trials? Like, is that a... I mean, I guess that would be sort of a major touristy... Oh, gotcha. Yeah, 'tis the season, I guess. How many gestures do I plan on doing? That's a good question that I don't have a great answer for. I think today is really just going to be sort of a gesture drawing day for me, because after all of the crap I dealt with yesterday, I really just want to chill. Tourist. Leading edge of the head here. So the sort of gesture system I'm using right now is Matesi. I don't know how he pronounces his name. I should probably learn it. But it's loosely based on his force drawing gesture method. He has what he calls templates for basically every part of the gesture. And once you know those, it does make gesture drawing much easier. So into the ankle. Honestly, there's no real rhythm to the foot there. But there are like 4 different templates for the torso, and most of the time the torso is like a C torso. There are a few different templates for the legs, depending on the angle you're looking at the legs, and a couple of special circumstances. And then there's really only one way to gesture the arms, and one way to gesture like the neck and head in his system. Now, the thing that I've found most useful with his gesture system is honestly, it's all very useful, especially if you have like your own tastes and you want to develop your own shorthand. So let's go back. I like to try to find the angle at the top of the head. It should match up pretty closely with the angle of the bottom of the head. And then also trying to think of everything in 3D and 2D at once. And I always, not always, but I often make the head a little too big. It's a surprisingly common mistake. But yeah, not a bad page of gestures. Ugh. Some of these are gonna like, so this is my all models and underwear folder, but sometimes things slip. I'll do my best to move beyond those as quickly as possible if something happens. But I don't save my YouTube streams anymore, and Twitch is like disposable streaming anyway, like it's gone after it's done. So my art and coffee stream is actually art and coffee today. I have coffee. I also have my protein shake. Trying to improve my heart health specifically. So I've been doing a lot of running lately and developed some shin splints, which is very uncomfortable. So I had to quit running and just focus on my calisthenics for a little bit. And yeah, as soon as the shin splints go away, I'll be back to the treadmill. Like running on the treadmill while I'm watching TV on my tablet, like reruns of my favorite oldies. It's sad to call them oldies now, but that has been my favorite form of exercise ever. Oh, but the heart health thing. Yeah, I do a protein shake a day as a meal replacement and a salad a day. Like simple diet hacks to really improve your health. Green things. Who figured? Who'd have thunk? Right, let's do this twisty gesture. So her torso is actually obscured a lot. So let's think about this. So looking at her collarbones, they're at about this angle, and the hips are at a really extreme tilt this way. So I would use probably, it's probably still like a C. Like I can sort of feel this stretch, even though it's a twist. So this would actually be like a CS torso, as Tezzy calls it. This hip is going up really high, but this is like the overlap. But you can imagine like the force moving through the body in this direction. So that's what I'm going with. And I'll define the hip box. The glutes come down. The leg is coming up and across. Hit with the knee. Normally I'd say this should just follow on down the front, but I feel like this S curve is way nicer, so that's what I'm going to focus on. Comes down into the foot, and I'll just call that the gesture for that leg. This leg, sort of looping over, hitting the knee. There's a little bit of an overlap here, so emphasize that. Get a T. Get some rest. Get some rest. This force actually does go down the front of the leg. Really want to emphasize this hip. Alright. We hit the ankle. Things just bounce up. This way. Get the heel in there. So, arms. Imagine deltoid. Comes down. Does not hit the glute. So spread the deltoid out a little. Down. Bends. Thumb. The hips. This arm just comes up and goes down. It gets sort of hidden and obscured with everything right there. Gesture for the neck is something that I actually really do like Matessi's method for, so it's just following the sternocleidomastoid to the ear, and then build the rest of the gesture based off of that. You do sort of have to figure out like some of the structure of the head around all of that, but all in all, that's pretty solid. This is more of a standard C torso. Like, I've got sort of a bend, like the force is definitely that. There's a direction to it, so he is leaping up, it looks like. He is moving up and over. So that gives us this leading edge. This back leg is the one that is still on the ground in this case. Comes down into the this leg is definitely more action packed. You want a popsicle? Why would you want a popsicle? A popsicle? No. You haven't done any of your chores today. Why would you? Okay, go. Do the wash. This is way less dynamic than what I'm seeing in the photo. Like, this is a crappy gesture. I did a crappy gesture. That's okay. Crappy gestures happen. Could have something to do with a small human yelling at me for popsicles. I don't know. Or I need to draw more blind. That's something that helps too. Sort of, sometimes. It's just looking at the body and Not all of the tassels that were in there. Well, thank you, dear.
I only want more popsicle.
Okay, then eat your one more popsicle.
There's only one more left. That's wet. I'm still more. There's still more. There's still even more. There's some of these ones, but there's a little more that
So I want to try.
Daddy, I've been gonna stop.
Actually, I'll be right back.
Daddy, there's one more. I've been going west. That's stuck. That's blue.
And we're back. All right. So, saying a thing, I don't remember what that thing was. I think I want to try combining like the force method stuff with a little bit of shape design. So rather than rather than just the flowing through the figure and using the templates and stuff, like what would happen if I did that, but also focused on, oh well, this guy has like a very triangular back, and really push sort of the the animated shape design feeling with it. So this is, you know, your standard C torso, but there's like a pretty dramatic tilt to it, or a leaning to it, and I want to emphasize that this is a triangle attached to very boxy, smaller hips. Now, the flow through this triangle is, you know, the spine. So that shows us a little bit of the twist. And there's our overlap. Now, the weight-bearing leg seems to be the front leg. So from this overlap, we go outside. Really, this is just one big arc. We get our straight going down into the apex of that arc. Let's clean that up a little. So rather going outside of the arc, inside of the arc. And then the calf sort of loops back around, comes into the Achilles, hits the heel. Alright. So for this side, we get the leg coming back out towards us. So it goes outside to the inner knee, back to the outer leg. And from heel to heel, we get like this angle. It's about right. Figure all that stuff out later. Now that I have the gesture for the legs, what do we get from the arms? So this shoulder is coming up. That arm's coming up front somehow. This shoulder, the same thing, sort of. Ooh, this is an interesting one. So I would say that gravity is like the major force here, but this is also like very much a spiral coil. The hand is in here somewhere, so I really want to show the wrapping. Now, don't drop things. Let's put that down. So for the neck, got to think of like this being the rib cage, sternocleidomastoid. Like if this is the seventh cervical, this is the where the sternum and the collarbones meet, right? So this wraps up like that to the ear, width of the head. We get sort of a gesture for the traps. Oh yeah, I would die if I broke any of. I would die. I'd be very upset if I broke any of my drawing devices. Like I need them for my career. And I did that thing where I made the head way too big again, especially on a muscular dude. Like you make the head smaller, it makes the body look bigger. I actually really like this gesture. It really captured the essence of this dude. Like the pose isn't perfect, but focusing on like the shapes first. Well, the shapes while I'm focusing on my brain, you know, that thing that's not working. Dear God. Oh, my lower third's gone. Here we go. Hey. Yeah, make sure you explore more at joshj.blog. Hey, no problem. I actually have a lot of trouble talking and drawing at the same time, so this stream of consciousness talking right now is interesting and challenging for me, especially because I am very tired. Like, I'm surprised I'm able to speak at all today. Yeah. I'm glad it was helpful, or it has been helpful though. I'm not done yet. I normally stream for about 2 hours. Today I am only going to be streaming for like an hour, so we'll end up cutting this off at like 10 a.m. local time, so another 10-15 minutes. So this is just more of a standard standing pose. Simple C torso, so find the collarbones. I like to cantilever things a little bit extra so that we get that contrapposto look. This side of the C torso is fairly straight. Find the hip line, find the rib cage, and I really want to, again, I'm thinking shape design, gesture at the moment. So I want to like really push for pear shape. Find the V to the crotch, center line. So too dark. Pushing the hip out a little bit, going outside the thigh to the inside of the knee. And I drew this way too big, so I'm not going to get to go all the way to the floor with this gesture. This leg, same thing. We're going to go from the outside, show this overlap right here because the leg is coming forward. What is up, Velvet? This knee is looking. Honestly, this is like one big curved gesture all the way down. Just indicate the knee a little bit. Straight line, straight. So, bring the shoulder around. Sort of thinking of where that elbow would fall. Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, and I'm glad I was able to teach something. Very short, so to the tip of her nose is there. Her head is tilted, so this is the tilt of her head. And I did that thing again. Let's make the head too big thing. Boop. There we go. Yeah, so I think my take on the force method is that understanding the templates is really good. Understanding force in the body is really good. In the end, you have to find a way to integrate whatever shorthand that you're learning from another artist into your own methodology. And for me, that is a combination of, like, I really like using the force method with the templates, but it only works for me whenever I combine it with some understanding of shape design and emphasizing shape language. And I really shortened that forearm, or that one way too much. That's way better. Look at that. All right. Yeah. I think that's my take on basically any gesture drawing structure or instruction. I quit doing a lot of timed gestures though, because I think timed gestures don't give you the time you need to really develop your screening code. Oh crap, this might be my son's school calling. Just wait. Uh-oh. All right, taking the headphones off, and I'm gonna mute. I'll hit the be right back thing. I'm back. Not my son's school. I don't know what was going on there. They hung up. I was trying to figure out who it was. So, whatever. All right. This will probably be my last drawing of the day. So, let's see. This is another C-shaped torso. Sort of foreshortened, so we get like this going on. I like to just lightly sketch in some wrapping lines whenever it's deeply foreshortened like that. And I'm thinking of pelvis and whatnot. So I also like to sketch in the twist of the shoulders. So her shoulders are coming across like that. The center line is going across her body. Legs. Are sort of grouped together in one big shape here, so that's what I'm going to draw. I can sort of separate the shape of the legs so. Chest is pros. So you can actually group. So it's actually correct. What is it, sweetie? I think she is ready to go on our road trip today. I'll have to go and get her ready in just a moment. So, yeah, it's good that she's so insistent. So insistent. She needs the attention. And her neck is, so where this is a foreshort view, her neck is actually way longer than you would think. Not because her neck is actually longer, just because that's the perspective we're seeing. Right. But I probably made her head too big again. I don't know. That I am so distracted right now. All right, I need to go take care of the little one. And make a very long road trip today. So thank you all for tuning in, doing all the fun things and stuff and things and chatting. Yeah. Appreciate you stopping in. 1 second. I need to yell and see what my daughter actually needs. So I'm gonna mute for that. I think I have satisfied her. She is not screaming for me to give her attention at the moment. So, yeah, I am gonna go and handle all of the errands that I need to handle for today. Thank you all for tuning in. I am streaming every Tuesday on Twitch and YouTube now. The multi-streaming is working pretty much exactly the way I wanted it to. I'm getting multi-stream chat up and running. That has been really awesome. And I'm excited. I'm excited for this. Something I mentioned on Discord last night and today. I am cutting back on the focus on illustration, for the sake of illustration anyway. I've got a story that I'd like to tell, which means I need to do more world building. I need to do some character design for that. So I'm still arting every day. Art is still like one of those things that I have to do. But I don't think that AI is coming to destroy comics as quickly as like your standard illustration career. So I'm gonna start telling stories. Yeah, that's why I'm focusing so much on gesture and environment, and I'm excited to see what happens there. Maybe, but my attention has been fractured so much over the past year that I don't have the bandwidth that I thought I would have to do a lot of the things that I wanted to do once upon a time. So I'm cutting back and trying to do much less with my time, but do it better. Less but better. Yeah, we'll see what happens. See what happens. And on that note, take it easy, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I will be back next Tuesday, hopefully a little more well rested and ready to draw something cool. So thanks for tuning in. See you next week. Till then, keep drawing, painting, writing, singing, dancing, doing all of the creative shit that machines can't do. And we'll talk then.